Hi guys, I come back. Now today we learn about the Klondike Gold Rush. In August 1896, George Carmel and his Indian friends saw something yellow and shiny in a river in the Klondike region in northwest Canada. It was a girl. Jock and his friends were very happy and excited. They worked all day and found lots of gold. They called the place Bonazar Creek. After a few days, Jock and his friend traveled down the Yukon Valley to the police station in Fort Cudahy. They told the police of their discovery. Then they went to the salon to drink and celebrate. They told everyone about the girl at Bonanza Creek, but not many people believed them. In the spring of 1897, some men went to look for a girl in the Klondike, and they found lots of it. Newspapers all over the world began writing about the discovery of a girl in the Klondike. In July 1897, a ship full of gold miners arrived in San Francisco Bay. They were returned from the Klondike, and they all had big bags full of gold. The gold rush was still starting. Over 100,000 people traveled to the Klondike to look for gold. They came from all parts of the world, but many of them were not miners. They knew nothing about the Arctic weather, the difficult living conditions, and the transportation problem. To reach the Klondike, these people took a ship to the Skagway or died. From there, they crossed the Chilkoot Pass. The Chilkoot Pass was very steep and extremely dangerous. Most miners carried their supplies on their back. A few had dogs and sleds. After they crossed the Chilkoot Pass, the miners built small boats to cross the mountain lakes and rivers. Many miners died before reaching the Klondike. Others died during the long, harsh winter. Only about 4,000 miners found gold, but not all of them became rich. Dawson City grew very quickly during the gold rush. There were hotels, banks, shops, salons, and the Palace Grand Theatre. The miners went to the Dawson to buy supplies, go to the bank, and to drink at the salon. After a day or two at Dawson, they returned to the rivers and forests to look for gold. The gold rush lasted until about 1910, but some people still look for gold in the Klondike. Today, you can visit the Dawson City Museum and see interesting exhibits about the gold rush. You can also visit the Palace Grand Theatre and watch the Gaslight Follies show. At the Marsh Prime Museum in Whitehorse, you can see the world's biggest collection of Yukon gold. Now, continue to Chapter 4, The Attack. Chapter 4 in The Core of the War by Jack London. The Attack. The primitive spirit of his ancestor was strong in bulk, and under the harsh conditions of his new life, this spirit grew. He had speech, more and more, but he did not want to start a fight. Buck was careful. He did nothing without thinking. Speed always showed his teeth to Buck. He wanted to start a fight. Buck knew that a fight meant that the death of one or the other. One night, the fight almost happened. They stopped at Lake Labrador. It was snowing heavily and the wind was strong and cold. Perrault and Francois made a fire on the ice. Buck made a hole in the snow. It was warm and comfortable. He did not want to leave it to get his piece of fish. When Buck finishing eating the fish, he went back to his hole and found a Speed in it. Buck did not want to fight with Speed, but these were too much. He jumped on Speed with great anger. Speed was very surprised. He knew Buck was big, but he did not know he was so wild. Francois was surprised too. "Ah!" he cried to Buck. "Give it to him! Give it to him!" Both the dogs wanted to fight. They circled each other and waited for a chance to jump in. Suddenly, Perrault started and they saw about 100 thin, hungry dogs. They came from an Indian village and they were looking for food. Perrault and Francois hit them with their clubs, but the hungry dogs showed their teeth and attacked. One dog found the food box, and in a moment, 20 dogs ate the bread and the meat. The smell of food made them crazy. The dog looked like a skeleton with wide eyes and sharp fangs. 3 of them attacked Buck and beat his head and shoulder. Dave and Charlotte fought courageously side by side. Joe attacked the dog too. Buck beat a dog in the neck and tasted its blood. The taste of blood made him fiercer. He jumped on another dog and then felt teeth in his own neck. Speed would attack him from the side. Perrault and Francois came with clubs to help their dogs. The hungry dogs ran away, but only for a moment. When the 2 men ran back to save their food, the dog attacked again. The terrible fight continued. Later, the 9 team dogs ran away and hid in the forest. They passed the night there. Each dog was hurt in 4 or 5 places, and Joe lost his eyes. Early the next morning, they slowly walked back to camp. Perrault and Francois were angry. Half of their fruit was gone, and one dog ate Perrault's shoe. Francois looked at the poor dogs and said, "Ah, my friend, perhaps those bites will make you crazy dog. What do you think, Perrault?" Perrault said nothing. There were 400 miles between him and Dawson. He hoped this dog was not crazy. After 2 hours of hard work, the team started traveling. The next part of the trail was the most difficult. The 30 miles river was not frozen because the water moved too quickly. It took 6 days to travel those terrible 30 miles. They were terrible because every step was dangerous for the dogs and the men. They found tall ice bridges across the river, and Perrault fell through one of them. His long stick saved him. The temperature was 50 degrees F below zero. Each time Pierrot fell into the icy water, he built a fire to dry and warm himself. Pierrot was not afraid of anything. This is why he was a government courier. He was often in danger. Once the sled with Buck and Dave fell through the ice. When Pierrot and Francois pulled them out of the river, they were covered with ice. The men built a fire to save the dogs. When they arrived in Hauteclinquot, Buck and the other dogs were exhausted. However, they were late and Pierrot made them run faster. In 3 days, they traveled 110 miles and reached a place called Five Fingers. Buck's feet were not as hard as the feet of the husky. His feet were still soft because of his comfortable life with the dog. His feet hurt a lot all day. That night at the camp he lay down like a dead dog. He was hungry, but he could not walk to get his fish. So Francois brought it to him. Every evening after dinner, Francois massaged Buck's feet for an hour. He made 4 little shoes for Buck. Now Buck was more comfortable. One morning, Francois forgot the shoe and Buck lay on his back, with his feet in the air. He did not want to move without his shoe. Later his feet grew hard and the shoe were not necessary. Thanks for listening.